And the music does that thing, and then I usually hit stop, and it's always annoying. I always hate that. This little trail at the very end of the fucking thing, just like this part of it right here. I always hate editing this. All right, you see how it fades out? All right, I'm gonna stop the recording right now. All right, I just had to do that. Seriously, like every time I go to record one of the episodes, and it's always like the most annoying part. Just dealing with that, like. It's stupid little trailing end. I gotta wait for the trailing end to finish, and then I gotta hit stop, and it's like, fuck. I figured for one time in my life I'd fuck it up. On purpose. Anyway, I am tired, and I am done. I want to just chill out on TeamSpeak and just drink some tea. I'm done. I kind of... everything has been carried out way longer than it needed to.
Yeah, if there was no show today, I would have just slept. I would have been like, I would have went home, and I would have been like, yep, this is me. I'm going to bed, and I'll wake up tomorrow and start fresh. Start a new day fresh. But that's why...
Oh, God, so many PMs in the chat room. Oh. Holy shit. All right. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Did you write down creepypasta?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Why is this blinking? Why are you blinking, Tractor? What do you want from me? Oh, I see. It does that if it's not... Really? It does that if it's not the select... What? I've never seen it do that before. It's weird. So if I play music and I stop... Well, that's weird. Weird. Well, I'll play music anyway. I have so many people who sent me excerpts of the Wikipedia article on the Dalek Voice. Guys, I've read it. I know. Trying to do everything live. Somebody linking me something on FA. Yes, it is very nice. Somebody in the chat room PM'd me a tar. I'm really happy about that. By the way, my After Dark Twitter account is still ongoing. I've been posting a lot of personal stuff, but I'll go back to posting art at some point too. I just need to find another round of good stuff. What's funny is I find myself updating my After Dark Twitter most of all when I'm at work. Because I'm usually really pent up at work, and then I get home and I have no interest anymore. It's weird. Because I just get bored. I don't know why. I have not posted any jackets on my AD. I need to do that.
You read 2 emails.
Yeah, Fishmeister Cod just posted my F list. I don't know why Fishmeister Cod thinks it's like funny. It's public information. I have no problem telling people what I'm into. You guys are listening to the FurCast post show. FurCast is over. I should probably change lower third to say that. I've been really lax on the lower third thing tonight. It'd be nice to get the new graphics playout system because I don't want to have to do this lower third thing. It'll just be the nice web control panel. Can't wait till we do that. I've definitely got to show you the I definitely got to show you the new PC. It's pretty cool. Open up the case and show it to you. It's pretty neat.
These are for you. This is for this room. This is a donation of favor.
So tomorrow's Mother Day. I don't have anything prepped for it because my family doesn't celebrate those holidays, really.
You know what I'm really upset about? There is no blue tokens. This is really
God damn it, Pharaoh.
Do you know how upsetting this is to me? Like, this is like a con breaker. that is actually the reason why I had to leave. Is because of that.
So, like, if you get enough of these, you can become a con chair, right?
That's like the goal, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know how the game works.
Oh, this
exactly.
shitty ass fucking con, the con chair.
Oh my god, I should have. People were like really battling out for these to be like known to be a con chair at this con, which granted, cool, interesting game. I'll give that aspect. This was a kind of a unique thing. I wish there was more information like in the book or something like how it works, but I don't. Maybe there is.
I feel like that just like allows like the most popular person to become the con chair.
No, because you do it for different. This is where I was like making fun of it because you do favors for people to get like your tokens.
Suck my dick.
Yeah,
a gold token.
it could come down to that.
So, by the way, Pharaoh, Flare the Dragon is going to be driving up to New York, and they want to possibly guest host on the show.
Cool.
Yeah.
I should have had Sozin come in here live with us. I didn't even think about it because we were just so shooken up from our.
I want to have CJ on the show too at some point.
But Sozin like drove right past us like when he was going home because he didn't. And he could have been on the show. I was like, damn it! You know what I should have done? I should have said, you just come to the studio, be in our room with us, and we'll have amazing times.
Yeah.
I love that man.
But his suit is so hot, Pharaoh. Literally, Sozin's suit is pretty hot, though. If Sozin's listening, I don't fucking care. He knows it. Like,
I'll
Sozin,
always
your suit
remember him by his previous suit.
I won't. I definitely. I didn't get to see his previous suit that much.
Oh, I did. I love both suits, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh man.
Just setting up some Settlers of Catan here, Pharaoh.
I know, right?
And for anybody who's still tuned in, we're just kind of sitting here. I think we're just kind of all dead right now.
I wouldn't mind taking like 5.
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like that right now. Oh, I'm tired.
Take 5 calls. The only thing they can ask is they have to explain one horrific con experience they had.
No. Then there would be a lot of people calling in who would have never gone to a con.
Hey, worst experience is never going.
That is worst. That is a pretty bad experience.
That is a pretty worst experience. Yeah, never going to a FurCon. Wow, I forgot how much louder the song gets towards the end. Oh man. Forget which song. Was this the remix? Yes, this was it. No, this was the original one.
Add me on Skype for a good time.
So this was the remix right here. Yes.
I love when people visit actually and come on as guests.
It is kind of cool, yeah.
It's one of the things I like having.
You know who we haven't heard from a while who's actually donated several pieces of equipment to me?
Who?
Trying to think of what we used to call him, because I know him by his real name now. What did we call? No, it was. Hold on.
Not furry?
No, he was a furry.
Was a furry. Still is?
Oh my god, dude, shut up for a second. St. John.
St. James.
St. John. You remember St. John? He was on the show.
Yes.
St. John, yeah. And he's donated several pieces of equipment to me. But he got banned from IRC years back because of just a bunch of shit that went down. And now we have a different IRC network. So I'm thinking.
I remember St. James, Street James, Pool Boy 2, drowning out the fury.
Oh yes, I remember that.
I'm St. James, Street James.
That movie.
Such a great B movie.
I feel like it was trying too hard.
That's what made it a great B movie. Is just the fact because it was trying real hard, but it was just bad, like all around.
But I felt like it was like supposed to be bad. And that's what made it worse for me. Like,
right, I understand that. Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be ridiculous, and that's like what made it. Like if it was just a shitty movie made in like the 80s and it was just that, like it would have been hilarious.
Yeah, a B movie can't try to be a B movie. That's the thing.
exactly.
They kind of like engineered it to be a B movie, and it's like, wait, like they actually had good production value to make the production value look bad on purpose.
Exactly.
And that
you can
bothers
tell.
me.
I just want to
Yeah.
state that a lot of people tuned in to hear the story of our bad experiences me and Sozen had, because Jirashi tuned in, Adi tuned in.
Adi tuned in?
Adi tuned in, a few other people tuned in. That's why I was like, oh,
Wow.
I want to give a shout out, to who's great staff members, Adi. And Adi texted me, was like, oh, just name drop me, huh? And I was like, I just wanted to show my love.
That's great. That's great.
Um,
That's awesome. I am just, oh God.
But yeah. So, I mean, Jirashi goes, you can't think of it as a con. It's just kind of a hotel party. Even though they call it a con and you pay for it as a con, it's not. That aside, I missed one of the stories. So I'll be back later to watch the recording. I love these.
Fucking pasta thing.
I didn't even tell the hot.
I think that was the climax of the story, like that pasta thing.
As soon as you mentioned that there was a buffet and like you started to go downhill with it, I was like, someone's gonna stick their fucking hand in something. And then when you said it, I was like, yes.
My hand's good enough as a ladle. Right on the plate. I mean, I didn't tell like the hot dogs. Like, I guess supposedly they're like putting hot dogs on like the rollers and just like letting them on.
Salmonella.
Oh
shit.
God. I used to eat raw hot dogs all the time though when I was little.
I was less concerned about the rawness of the hot dogs and the rawness of their hands.
Yeah. Salmonella hands.
They call me salmonella hands.
It's my one superpower. I think we just turned into fucking the stabby robot from Futurama. What's
Yes, I love that guy. I don't know his name.
I
though.
forget his name.
Stab you. I'm crazy.
Anyway.
Like the ability to culture anything with salmonella by just touching it for like any amount of time.
So LeBlaze in the chat said, I know you guys are probably getting a lot of PMs, but I wanted to ask one thing about the app that you guys have. I already
read it. It was basically that there. Somebody messaged us and said, hey, is there any way to make the app not like loop like the same episodes? And guys, the archive stream loops the latest 10 episodes of FurCast. And if you want more than that, then subscribe to the podcast. That's the point of the podcast. I know that's not in the app, but that's because our app isn't really fully built to manage an entire download system. But you can easily either use like the podcast app on iOS, or there's plenty of apps for Android that will subscribe to RSS feeds.
Can't you even tune, like if you have an iPhone or
also, if you just go to our
website,
website, you can go to any episode you want and just
and
click
play
it
it
and start
right from
and
your
play.
phone.
Yeah.
So I know we did that a few times when we were like streaming it straight into our car, the car too.
Yeah. I usually just stream it right from the server, and then you get full quality too. So yeah, the app is just, the archive stream is just a convenience thing. And until I have more manpower, I can't really make that anything else yet. Someday that might be something else. I mean,
I think it's pretty good for something that when we do like a free base show for like nothing really.
The chat's gonna be integrated with the app soon too.
Which will be really cool.
Yeah.
I still like the app. I mean, it works pretty well. It's on my device.
Can't wait for the new Godzilla movie.
I'm kind of excited
I
for
have
it
no
too.
interest in it.
I'm really excited. We want to go together. We should go together.
Go together.
I'm ready to go together.
Definitely
together.
don't bring me.
Okay.
You definitely should go geocaching with us though. It's really fun.
It is okay. Geocaching is really fun. Like as long as you don't mind hiking in the woods, it's fun.
I don't mind hiking the woods.
It's fucking awesome. It is like my favorite outdoor activity ever.
We definitely do have to go see Godzilla.
Freeze frame. Will the lower thirds integrate with the app? Yes, freeze frame. Sure. How about that?
The Apple app. I wish I was really good at developing stupid shit, because I'd love to have like a secret code on the app to where if you like make like a circle or something, googly eyes pop up on everything, just to donate that to like Freeze Frame's honor.
Freeze frame's honor.
Freeze Frame's honor.
There's still googly eyes in the front of my car.
There's googly eyes everywhere he goes.
Oh, there's a 5-paw in the back of my car. I forgot to talk about that. I was going to talk about that at the beginning of the show. Yeah, I have a little rainbow 5-paw in the back of my car. Makes me really happy.
Who was it? Something saying that like every time a normal person sees a 5-paw or something, they think, "Oh, I love my schnauzer" or something like that, or
Right, that's why I like the 5-paw. I love the 5-paw. I'm a huge advocate for it. I love it.
We've kind of made it like I remember when we first like started endorsing it, and like it was really no one knew anything about it. And now I love that like a lot of people know what the 5-paw is. So I mean, like I'm glad that our show kind of blew that up a lot too.
Yeah,
I love the idea of the 5-paw, the furry like identification thing, just because like it's such an easy way to identify a furry without looking at those fucking paw prints that every goddamn person has.
And that's what I like about the 5-paw is it's a very unique logo that looks cool, that is easily recognizable. And the other thing about it is you can change it up a little bit, like the shape. Like I've seen several different designs of it, and like different vectors that people have made, and they're still equally recognizable, even though it's a different like shape. And so that's the thing I like about it. I love seeing a 5-paw on
I really wanted to rip the one that says "I love furry things" on the old woman's car. Like it was like a paw print that says "I love furry" thing. It was a furry thing. I was like, no, you are getting too close now. I am ripping that off. You can't use that. That is ours.
Yeah. So that's what I like about the 5-paw. And the other thing I like about the 5-paw is for anybody who isn't a furry, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, no. What it says is that I love all things furry.
Right. Well,
I'm really pissed off about that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is when I see a sticker, like a bumper sticker, which by the way, there's a huge difference between a decal and a bumper sticker, by the way. Just want to put that out there. But anyway,
hate bumper stickers.
I don't, but I definitely prefer decals. I think decals are a lot more respectable because you're adding a logo to your car, whereas a bumper sticker is like a freaking wide banner, which is like completely
But I've
different.
never seen like when I'm talking about the paw prints, it says I love furry things. It's like a paw print. So it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, I love my Schnauzer. Oh, my German Shepherd. Oh, I love my Fox Terrier.
See, yeah, that's the thing is like I don't know. That's one of the reasons I like the 5-paw.
I used to love like paw prints. Like, oh my god, there's a paw print.
For an example, Freeze Frame in the chat room. You know what his license plate says? It doesn't say Omer or Yif or anything except like furry. You know what it says?
Foxnot.
Foxnot. Fox, K-N-O-T. To any normal person, that would just be like, oh, whatever. But to a furry, that's a huge joke. And I like that. I like how it is like a secret society type of thing. Like only people who are in it recognize it. And that's what I like about the 5-paw.
Dog Dick Illuminati.
Dog Dick Illuminati. There we go.
Show title. Dog Dick Illuminati. Oh my God.
I want that as a badge name. Dog Dick Illuminati.
I need to play around with the Jack API at some point. Oh, by the way, guess what? So after we're done with the upgrades, you know what I'm getting? I'm so excited. I'm getting a proper oscilloscope. I am so fucking happy for that. You don't even know. The first thing I want to do is I want to plug it into...
Adorable.
The first thing I want to do is I want to plug it into an AES3 line, and I want to watch AES3 signal. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to plug it into a generator. And the other cool thing is, because I'm getting a digital oscilloscope, it's going to have an FFT built into it. So it's basically like a mini little like spectrum analyzer, which is a lot more expensive, even though it's really easy to do digitally. So that's going to be nice. Because I want to have it set up, and I don't know if I'm going to use my parents' generator or if I'm just going to buy my own generator, but I want to set it up so that if the power actually goes out, within 5 minutes, I can have everything running on a generator. But I don't just want to plug a generator in everything because, first of all, if it's under voltage, the UPSs will go nuts switching back and forth between battery and main power, which not only will wear out the UPS, but it'll put wear on the equipment because generators provide very messy electricity. So I want to take an oscilloscope to it and I want to see the actual frequency and I want to see if it's under voltaged or if there's noise or whatever. And I want to put processing on it to actually clean the power so that we'll actually get clean, like a pure sine wave into here, either like re-invert it or something else so that we can get clean power from a generator at 120 volt running into the equipment so the UPSs will run off of it just fine. But I want to be able to actually like get backup generator power within 5 minutes. That's like
you need to like find a way.
I love survivalism and I love like integrated shit like that.
You need to find a way to just have a studio that we have like a legit fucking studio.
Do you know what I'm doing tonight? Tonight, I am going into my garage and I'm ripping the fiber optic cable out of the optical terminal, and I'm going to see if the backup system works. That's actually what I'm going to do all night tonight. Is I'm just going to play with the way
very strange nights.
There's a problem with my firewall where even though it backs up all the traffic, it doesn't back up because my firewall runs DNS. It has like a DNS forwarder service, and the problem with that is even though the internet connection, like the firewall table actually backs everything up, the DNS service still wants to use the main NIC for a DNS source, which it can't because that gateway's down and the NIC is down. So that's the other thing is I don't want to just pull the plug on the unit in the garage. I want to pull the fiber cable out because I don't want the actual Ethernet connection to go down. I just want the signal to go out. So I'm going to be playing with that tonight on TeamSpeak with those guys because I'm just, oh my God. need to fix that because that is fucked up. That is the one flaw with pfSense is it's just, oh my god, the gateway failover system needs work. It is so buggy. It is so difficult to deal with states and everything. And plus, I don't know, like most programs will just lose connection and reconnect, whereas like TeamSpeak is state aware, so it'll like try to stay connected, but then you'll be connected, but then it'll decide you aren't and it'll fuck up and it's just annoying. But anyway, so yeah, I'm getting an oscilloscope. Yay. That'll be fun. Geeky things. But yeah. By the way, for anybody who's into building PCs, I just got a Fractal Design Define R4 computer case, and it is amazing. I heavily recommend it. Fractal Design Define R4 is the case. It is completely lined on the inside with acoustic foam, and the thing weighs like 30, 40 pounds by itself without anything in it, and it is one of the nicest computer cases I've ever worked with in my entire life. It is really, really, really nice. Somebody in the chat room says Illuminati with Knotty in it.
Damn it.
I like it. Secret Wolf says, get a generator that outputs 480 delta phase and then run a transformer and that will be a fairly clean power source. That's a good point, but I don't know. I'll have to look into it because I might end up purchasing a generator, in which case I'm going to want it to be relatively quiet and portable as well. But it needs to be able to provide at least 15 amps of power at 120 volt. So, because that's the thing, because this studio takes about probably 10 to 15 amps. So I'd probably want it to do at least that. So I forget how many, let's see. Let's see. 1,800 watts. It needs to be 1,800 watt. That's what it needs. But of course, if you're putting a transformer, yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to be converting stuff, you got to worry about efficiency. The other thing is, if you're going to be, cleaning it, well, you do lose some efficiency, but I don't know. Because I do have the rack mount APC unit in the basement and the rack that outputs pure sine, but that just runs everything off the battery charger, which is nice because it is zero switch over time. That's the thing about I hate about the UPSs in this room is like this battery backup unit. Like if you flick it, like you can actually see all of the lights like flicker when it beeps. Like all the lights will like flicker when it switches to battery backup. It's just horrible. It's just a freaking relay switch. But look at Blipped Honda Benny from the film industry. They're quiet, output clean power for lights. That'd be great for you. Oh, I'll have to look into that. But I'll have to run lines and get switches and everything to go back and forth between main and generated power. But that'll be fun. That'll be cool. Because that's the thing, Freestream, like, speaking of Freestream in the chat room, like, when they do, like, production trucks and stuff, like, a lot of times those run off generators. So do they just put, like, units that will just process the power, or do they just get good generators? Blimped Jenny. Okay, is what it is. I'll look into that. Or, actually, Freestream, maybe you can just talk about it after the show tonight. Anyway, for anybody who's just tuned in, you're listening to the FurCast post-show, I'm just sitting and talking out of my ass because I'm bored. And there happens to be a lot of computers and encoders and microphones and cables and things.
So weird with the camera on this side. I don't think did you swivel over to it too much? I didn't even notice because it's so weird because the other one is always
yeah
on.
I did a couple times. It was there. It worked good.
And I like it.
I think you guys should be switched back next week though. It drove me a little crazy. I don't know.
I like it over here. I like the camera angle better.
Behind this one.
Yeah, B looks very nice on that camera.
I like you on that camera angle. I like me on this camera angle. I don't mind it. I feel like I'm not used to this position though.
Yeah, you kind of have to sit like almost facing it a little bit.
Yeah, I hate having to have that camera there. I was thinking about putting another camera here and getting rid of the PTZ, like the whole moving camera thing. I was just thinking about getting rid of that and just putting, I don't know, something like that.
You just answer that random person that's calling?
No, because I don't have the audio set up for it.
Damn it. This is a random person calling. I was like, oh, look at it. That's how
so
I call.
Hopeful, Pharaoh.
I know I am. Always so hopeful.
It crushes me because I know that Paradox isn't.
I am actually an extreme optimist about everything.
Well, in this
room
context, though, I mean, like Pharaoh is just like this happy little pup, and he's like, oh, can we answer that random phone number calling Paradox? And you're like, nope. And it's just like,
yeah, if you guys want to learn how to run the calls, maybe Someday maybe you guys should learn how to run them because I'm
Like run them as in talk to the people?
as in everything. Controls
Well, what do you mean?
and just answering calls and dealing with it, controls and everything. I don't know. It's because I'm a freak about production value and I just try to, I don't know. It's very tiring for me.
It is, man. I don't care. Guinea pig.
Hey, you guys ready to kill the broadcast here and kill these bright ass lights?
Yeah. I'm
I'm
kind of spent for today.
Bright as fuck.
This has been a good continuation of a day that's already been pretty weird.
Yeah.
Because everything that's happened that I explained in the show just happened within the last, less than 24 hours.
Arctic in the chat room asks, what's the program that takes your webcam and turns you into a fur? That would be FaceRig, which, by the way, came up with a Doge model. And FaceRig is not out yet.
We've gone too deep.
They also just came out with a toony-looking wolf character, and it was really amazing. It was really
Cool.
cute. Yeah.
I want a fox.
Oh, by the way, I'm not into like macro, micro kind of stuff, but there's a really awesome new animator that just joined FA that has been posting some really amazing fucking like growth animation shit, and it was really fucking hot, and you guys should check it out. It's on my FA favorites. And on my AD Twitter. Yeah. NSFW, of course. Don't follow me on NSFW. Don't follow me on NS. Don't follow me on Twitter if you can't handle NSFW shit. Like I will retweet legit zoo porn, so deal with it, or don't follow me. Just a warning to everybody, because I have no limits on fucking Twitter, and it's just funny because people on both of them. And that's the funny thing. My AD Twitter is like when I'm really into it, I'll do everything there. But like I'm. The Kinky Slinky, yes, it was very
I still
funny.
love the Kinky Slinky.
That's a great name. That'd be a great name for like a porn star.
If that's not a real name that someone has, like I really, 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 really want to use that as a con name, just as my badge. The Kinky Slinky.
The Kinky Slinky.
I like it way too much, like that.
I feel like that's a sex position.
The Kinky Slinky.
You have to fuck upside down on the stairs.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes.
That's great.
I was like, you gotta lay on the stairs and then have someone just like.
You've got to have like the person receiving like crab walk down the stairs and like support themselves spread eagle, and then the other person has to go in behind.
This is definitely an advanced sex.
It's advanced. Do not try this, or you will tumble the stair dragon. But
I like how
That
you
should
said
be a
you will
sex
tumble
position.
the stair dragon.
but then the other person that's
No,
receiving
tumble the stair dragon is even more serious. You have to actually tumble while you're having sex on the stairs.
you have to roll
in a
down.
line,
You have to like somersault, but like professionally so that it works. But you have to be penetrating the other person,
and you can't die.
and you can't die.
You have to just regret not dying.
Yeah.
But with the thing, you have to stand up. Like the person receiving has to like extend, and then the other person has to like crab walk underneath them and then penetrate.
I don't know, because you could have, but slinkies fuck up and they kind of roll
But I think
on
you
the
have to
stairs.
twist too.
So I mean, I feel like
that's how you get in.
I
and then
feel
you
like
start twisting.
you can do the like less legit slinky. There's like the fucked up kinky slinky where like when you like try to start a
I
slinky.
feel
and
like
it
this is
doesn't-
turning into a Florida Man article.
It doesn't, like when you start a slinky and it doesn't go all the way, and then it sometimes does that thing where it stops and then it kind of rolls down the stairs. So like someone can actually just lay on the stairs like with their back up, preferably probably the guy, and then the girl can just get on top. And then as you slide down the stairs on your back, as it ripples through your back and you hit each step, that'll be the
penetrate more.
vibration, and you penetrate her as you go down the stairs. So like it's almost like a slide.
So that's the failed slinky, and then the kinky slinky.
Failed kinky slinky.
Failed kinky slinky. The kinky slinky is even more complicated.
Yeah,
you have to
kinky-
do that whole thing where you get into a position like that,
Yeah.
and then you have to like penetrate, and with each thrust, you have to all flip downwards to the next step,
To the next step.
and then flip over.
Is it one penetration per step, or is it multiple? No, I feel like it'd have to be like 1 or 2 per step.
So like 2 or 3,
2 or 3, you think?
like 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
go.
3, go.
1, 2,
Just go down.
The kinky
down.
slinky, guys. The kinky slinky.
Does anybody, like I said, last minute shout out before we end the night. If anybody knows anything about Action Script, please contact me or one of the guys who runs the show.
The kinky slinky. Damn it, Pharaoh and Paradox. This is not what I had intended.
It's the kinky slinky.
Slinky, slinky. Everyone loves a slinky. You can get a slinky.
You guys are ridiculous.
Go, Slinky, go.
Is it Futurama or The Simpsons where one of the characters tries to push his Slinky down the stairs and it like stops and then sets on fire?
That sounds like The Simpsons.
I think it's The Simpsons.
Yeah, he gets it tangled and he goes, "Oh, it still work," and like he flips it over like once a day. I think it's a bookcase.
Actually, that
And he
sounds
goes,
like something that might have happened
and-
to Zoidberg. I don't know.
Oh, it might have
Maybe
been
Zoidberg.
It might have been Zoidberg.
Zoidberg. Slinky. Yeah, I think
I think it was Zoidberg.
Was it Zoidberg?
Let's see.
I think that was it. He goes, "Oh yay, Slinky!" and then he puts it, and then it just lights on fire. Yes, that's
Let's
it.
play this out.
Hold on, wait.
just put
Let
it in
me
the thing?
kill your noise gate. So hold on.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. Play it.
Let me see if this is following.
Turn it up. Yeah, make sure it's all the way up. All right. Wow. Wait. Hold on. Let me kill Alloy here. I'm gonna kill Alloy. There we go. All right, now try it.
Try it again.
All right, try it. Wait.
You gotta hold like or put the mic closer to it.
Actually, you know what?
You want to just end with just playing it through the show? Or
I just turned off the
Oh, you turned
computer.
the computer. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just put it closer.
Yeah. Just bring the mic down. Or just do it. All right. Here.
Where's your speakers? Are they on the top part?
I don't fucking know.
It feels weird without the expander on. Zoidberg.
The flaming kinky Slinky.
The flaming kinky
Now we're
Slinky.
getting dangerous.
Oh man. Kitten in the chat room says, "Paradox, notice me."
See, all I think of is the Ace Ventura one. When nature calls, or is it Pet Detective? And I think it's. I forgot which one's the second one. That was the second Ace Ventura, which he was supposed to make a third one, which I would fucking love because Ace Venturas are my favorite character that Jim Carrey has played as. Just that wild, crazy, fucked up detective. Oh,
Slinky.
Slinky, Slinky, everyone loves a Slinky. You're gonna get a
Would
Slinky.
flaming Slinky involve being set
Go,
on fire?
Slinky, go. Oh, it was right there. Care for round two?
You know what's fascinating to me? Like an absolutely fascinating culture that I've just not gotten into at all.
Slinkies.
The pup play and like BDSM culture, like specifically like the pup like and like owner and pet like culture. It is massive, and they all seem like really nice people. But I've just never gotten into it. Like every once in a while, I'm like,
into it?
I think so, sort of. He's not really into the community, I don't think, though.
Just into the fetish of the
Right, but like, because it is a massive community, like as big as furry. Like they have huge cons that are like 15,000 people.
Really?
Where it is all, and they are
even-
all walking around in like bondage gear and stuff. It's crazy. Like, and they all seem like a really inviting. It's very interesting. They have like it's a whole subculture, and there's people on and they have their own art sites and everything, and it's just interesting.
Never been my cup of tea. Because I mean, pup play and I think pony play thing goes the same thing where they have the masks and like the fake hooves.
Sort of. I don't know.
I feel like they're two one and the same. Just
It's
because
similar
of
to furry in feel and energy because of how you treat one another or what you play as, what you role play as. But it's just very interesting to me.
I feel like it just interconnects with piss too much.
don't think
Not
so.
really.
A lot of the pup play stuff that I've seen had some element of it.
Oh, well, that's because you're on Tumblr.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I never got involved in Tumblr. I don't know.
I have no interest in Tumblr. Did you? I know you removed it, but like, did you laugh at least at that fucking image I posted on your Facebook with the Tumblr thing?
Not really.
Oh, I thought that was really funny. I thought it was very playfully funny. The very my favorite part was the last panel. It was just like Tumblr, and he was like all jutted out. I thought
That's
that was
like
funny.
a rehash of like a 10-year-old 4chan joke.
Okay. Well,
I used
I
to
don't
like
know.
some of the 4chan.
See, I don't know
10-year-old
anything about 4chan.
jokes.
I've never got into
I
4chan.
was so
anything.
hardcore until the
Yeah.
cancer came.
It's always cancer.
It's always
Pharaoh.
cancer. I
It
know.
was
Don't kid yourself. 4chan was always cancer. It was a bunch of people who got kicked out of Something Awful forums. Like they were literally always cancer.
There was a time long ago.
Nope.
I'm not saying that there wasn't. But new fag meant something.
Not really. I don't think so, Pharaoh.
I was a part of it well long before it went like viral craziness. So I remember like the comics around there, and I always loved the comics, like the stupid shit that were posted, and there'd be huge channels of like. Just, it was good times. I miss it. Not really.
I'm really happy that I'm going to be pulling apart this rack. Like that is something like it is nice to just come home and like do computery things. It's pretty crazy. Oh, so did I tell you what happened at work? So this fifth grader was like really interested in like computery stuff and like thought I was like the cool new computer guy. So this fifth grade kid asked his teacher for time off class and asked for me specifically and wanted to see like so I gave him a tour of the data center of the school and the kid was like fascinated. And so I told him what Linux was and I was like showing him like a Linux server and everything was great. But yeah, it was just interesting. Like it was really cool because it reminded me of me. Because when I was in kindergarten, I wrote a note to the principal. Of course, it was kindergarten, so it was like a sentence. And I asked how the fire system worked because I wanted to know. But I showed him how the key fob system works in the building. I showed him where all the servers were. I talked about virtual machines with them, and then I talked about all the switches, and it was great. It was really fun. So, like, and this kid was like wide-eyed, like amazed, because he had never seen inside the data center of the school. Sorry, data center. I should say data center, because apparently there's a difference between data and data center. By the way. There's like a huge difference, apparently. Like a data center is like a co-location customer hosting data center, whereas a data center is like a business like rack and like closet that contains like business information. Apparently, there's a huge, I don't know, it's just what somebody told me. But anyway, so yeah, I was just amazed because the school let the kid do it and like the teachers worked with me because I don't work for the school. I work for a consultant firm that does work for the school. So the fact that they went through all that and worked with them and just was like, hey, like this kid do you mind showing this kid stuff? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do that. And it was just cool. It was really an amazing experience. So yeah, it was fun. It was definitely nice to, it's one cool thing about working in a charter school. I didn't know what I thought about charter schools until I started working for one, and now I have a lot more respect for them. But, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. I just thought it was really special. But, somebody's PMing me in the chat room. Let's see.
It's weird knowing that my boss knows that I'm furry because he makes like the most offhanded jokes. Like, so I was talking to someone else and like it just reminded me because I was like at work and like they said something about animals and like he was like, oh yeah, I think when you dress up like an animal. He's like, so you gotta tell me, is that just like a hole in the crotch? Do you just have like a full-on zipper or just a flating hole? And I was like, nope. I was like, but I mean, if that's what you're into, I'm sure you can find one online. And I just kind of turned it around with him. And he mentioned like the hole in the crotch to me, and like I just got out of the cooler. He's like, oh, see, it's making you blush. Like I wasn't blushing at all or anything. I just was like smiling. I was like, nope. I was like, not me. But then I just kind of quickly did that one thing where I just turned it around. But I was like, well, I mean, if that's your fetish, I'm not gonna,
I wish I could shut down this computer, but I can't because it would break the audio of the show. Because everything's clocked to this computer. This computer is the source.
I love doing quick like.
Actually, I wonder what would happen if I shut down that computer. It would definitely fuck up. It would fix itself, but it would fuck up the encoders. That's what would happen. And then this machine would lose the buffer on the mixing engine. That's what would happen. Except wait. No, I can go in and I can switch it. Can I? Oh my god, I think I can switch it. Let's see. So switch from the optical port to internal clock. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Everything. There we go. Wow, that was weird.
You borked it.
I borked it. Yeah, that was bad. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I can't fuck with the clocking. It's back. It's back, guys. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. Well, that was a failure. Oh, I know why. I know why it does that. It's because every time you change the input clocking, it turns off phantom power for protection. So the mics lost their power. because these mics actually have to charge up. It's interesting. Like phantom power, like it's not that like by design that it has to charge, but the capacitors in these microphones are really slow.
So CJ went to the Mercy panel and he tried to record, and I guess they flipped out into that he was not allowed to record and almost took his camera away, not giving it back to him.
Holy shit. Even though, why were there actual Mersuits there?
I don't know. I'll have to find out more information.
See, again, like I've seen sex panels, but
you can also record them too. So I mean, to say that you can't record a panel, that's so fucking sketch.
That's really sketchy.
Like, no, you can't record this.
That's really weird.
Yep. I'm so glad to get out of there. Like, you don't know how happy I was. I was like, yep, because I was like, there's no way. Some people are like, this is like, there was a few people there that were like, oh, this kind of so amazing. I'm like, you haven't been to a FurCon if you think this is fun.
Maybe they were just doing the sketchy shit and they enjoyed it.
And if
Like
sketchy people want to go and get together and do sketchy shit, then that's more power to them.
Don't make it a con. Just have a sketchy shit party.
SketchCon.
SketchCon.
SketchCon. Oh, it's for artists and sketch. No. Somebody in the chat room is telling me about some managed gigabit Cisco switches with PoE apparently that the military like got rid of, and they might send them to me. That is like, oh my god, that is like amazing, because I'm struggling to upgrade my network to gigabit right now. Actually, only part of it is, but. Speaking of which, shout out to HP Pro Curves. Those are very nice. They're basically Cisco switches. Like, they're HPs, but half of the hardware isn't made by HP. And the other thing is the operating system that runs on it is just a reskinned iOS, essentially. So, like, it's basically Cisco hardware. And it is a lifetime warranty, which is amazing. Like, you can take a switch that is end of life, like they don't make it anymore, and call them and say, HP, it broke, and they will overnight you a current model switch. It is like the best deal ever with like you don't even have to go through any hoops or anything. It's crazy. So yeah, shout out to HP Pro Curve. As much as I don't like HP's consumer shit, their enterprise grade like division is amazing. The only thing that was annoying and difficult about it was finding the manual and the firmware and everything like that, because I don't like the way HP does their support site. That was a little annoying, but I don't know. It's better and better now. I'm also getting experience with layer 3 switches at work. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. For anybody who's still listening, yeah, it's like the FurCast is over. We're just kind of chilling out. Yeah. Free Stream in the chat room says, Paradox, I was given a broken ProCurve switch. I called them. It didn't have to give any other info other than my address and the serial number, and they just sent him a new one. My God. Yeah, they're really, really, really good with that. Paul Legman just joined the chat, apparently.
I'm so glad I didn't bring Paul to that con.
Another person,
even like eaten alive or something. I don't even know.
Confiscate it from you or something.
Someone in a PM mentioned iPerf. I don't like iPerf as a testing tool because it uses a fixed TCP window size, and that's very unrealistic. I just want to finish up this and then. So, what is that? It sounds really familiar. What's playing? You want to kill the noise gates? Let's kill the noise gates. Why are you playing that?
I love it so much. Like I just like the build up. Wait. sure my speakers are either.
Turned down for what?
Turned down for what?
For what? So, I don't know if Koji or Vero are still listening. Probably not. But this is something that he told me. So, you know Wolfgun? Well, Wolfgun lives in the southern United States, and he has that habit of saying "what," like "oh, what's up," and so what's funny is Koji will make fun of him by like he'll go up to Wolfgun and he'll be like, "Hey, just kind of wondering, what's up?" Like he'll draw it out and he'll make it like this like wind like, and it'll just be like, "What?" It's great. Oh man. I need to try Router OS. I have not tried Router OS at all. Somebody in the chat room was also suggesting that to me. The thing I don't like about it is it's still like very proprietary. Like you can install it on an x86 PC, but like all of their hardware is proprietary, and I just don't like that. Like that's the thing is, I really, really respect BSD licenses and just the BSD project in general, and that's what I like about pfSense, even though it has some feature glitches. So I don't know. I really don't know if I want to get into Router OS because I just don't know if I want to lock myself down to that because it just seems like it could die and there's nothing you can do. You know, I don't know, but. So you guys know how I'm like hacking the cable ISP in the area. I still haven't done anything about it. There's been nothing. There's been not any calls, not any letters, no cease and desist, nothing. I love it. Funny thing is, now that it's Comcast, I don't think that there's nothing. They actually can't tell it's me. There's
My ass is going so fucking numb because of this chair. I think I'm spent for tonight.
You think you're spent? I think I'm spent too. Oh man.
I need to work in 4 hours too.
Oh my god, that's the other thing I can do. Oh my god, I just realized the other thing I can do is create that NAT machine. Put in a computer and do.
For what?
For what?
I fucking cut my hours at work so I don't have to work.
Bobby.
Yeah, is that nice?
No, it sucks because I have to pay for an apartment now.
Oh.
Turn down.
Well, hey, it's your first job, you know? You don't have to belong there. That's the same thing with my job, you know? Sometimes I get a little griped by things that happen to my job, and it's like, you know what? Job's not forever. It's just a job for now.
Yeah, but if I'm, like, living somewhere and I'm paying for it, I need the job.
Sustenance.
Like, I can't just be like, fuck this job and just leave. Like, I could, but then I would...
B needs food
get
badly.
evicted. Yeah, I need to eat food.
So are you living in the apartment already?
No, June 1st I'm moving in.
No. So are you paying for it yet, or are you just, like, about to?
I paid the security deposit down on it.
Oh, okay, wow. Well, wow. We'll have to check it out with you. It sounds neat.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. How big is it?
It's not too big. It's cozy though. Like it's for the money and all utilities included. It's really nice. I don't really know how to like gauge it.
Right.
It's just decently sized.
That's
like
good.
a little apartment. It's got 2 bedrooms. Like technically one's just an optional room because it's got like linoleum flooring.
Yeah.
But it's cool in the summertime because it's a basement.
Nice.
And it's got free heating. Not
Free
but
utility and
including
everything?
Free utilities, and I don't think that the fireplace is working, but we're going to put candles in it and stuff just to like make it aesthetically pleasing. And it's just got like 2 rooms and stuff. Really nice sized bathroom, actually, for the size of the apartment. And then like it's got like a little nice breakfast nook thing. Like a counter with the sink on it and like a bunch of chairs that are included.
The only reason that somebody asks in the chat room, can you teach me how to hack into a WPA network?
You saw this picture, right?
No, I didn't. That's awesome.
I love it because of the one comment.
What?
The first one that commented was Josh. He goes, fuck, I really don't understand this Abercrombie ad.
I love it. But anyway, so to the person who just PM'd me asking how to hack a WPA network, essentially it's just like WEP, except the thing is you have to have is it a rainbow table? I don't know if it's, I forget that's not the proper term, but you need to have a list, like a word list, because you need to actually try that list against it because of the way WPA is. So you need a faster computer, like it needs to at least be like a multi-core computer, and it's a little bit more difficult. It is definitely easier than WPA2, because WPA2 you have to not only get into it and like start pushing it against a word table, but you need to do it like under 30 seconds or whatever, because I forget, it's like the hash changes. But as for WPA, you can do it on a regular machine. You just need some kind of a word file, and I know my friends on TeamSpeak have a 10 gigabyte word file. So possibly you could, like, I don't know, use that or use that machine. But I mean, like, WPA is a little bit more difficult than WEP. It's still definitely crackable, but it's just more difficult. Whereas WEP is ridiculous. Like, you can literally just click a fucking button and be like, hey, I want to get into this password protected network. Click a button, crack, and it just cracks it for you. It has gotten to that point. That's how bad it is. So yeah, if anybody's using a WEP wireless network, don't. And if you have a computer network, if you have a computer or wireless device that can only use WEP, then put it on a separate wireless network and VLAN it and make it more secure so it's by itself. And don't let it get to the internet. That's just, yeah. That's learn from Target. That's how Target got hacked. So yeah, don't be Target. And put everything on the same network with no VLANs. Oh god, that whole thing with Target was crazy. Do you want to know how the attackers got into the Target network? The main way they got in? HVAC system. They got in through the fucking air conditioning system. It's great. That whole thing was, well, no. Andy Bernie, the problem wasn't Target's of non-VLAN WEP. No, the problem was just in general, just having everything on a converged network that wasn't secure. That was Target's issue. The fact that the attackers were able to island hop from a computer that pulled data from the HVAC system into a machine that hosted images for the point of sale system, and then compromised the driver for the credit card reader, which is how they hacked it. It was pretty crazy.
Well, I'm probably gonna get going now.
You're gonna get going? Okay. Yeah. Freeze frame. Whoa, that's interesting. We'll definitely talk about that.
Oh, wow.
What?
Let me just read this for a second.
What's up?
Remember that person that we did the interview with at Fernando's?
Yeah.
I just got an email from her.
Yeah, I know. I got that like a week ago. You don't check your email very often, do you?
3 days ago.
Yeah, I got it like 3 or 4 days ago. Earlier in the week. Yeah, I remember. I
haven't checked it in the past 2 days because one, I was at on for 2 days.
I check my email every hour.
And then
Anyway, we got an email from her. Yeah, she wants to interview us again for something else. Forget what it was.
Let's see,
that NPR thing.
How we've been both. We worked together on a radio project that I pitched to Pittsburgh radio news station. It was about furries and that awesome deli Fernando's. Little update: I'm now a freelance journalist working for National Geographic. Oh, my new goal is to write a story about theranthropy.
Do you want to be a National Geographic Pharaoh? I don't know if I want to be
about theranthropy. So the more I read, the more I like it, and I feel like I should know more about it. So you two are incredibly helpful. Last while I was hoping
I don't want to be a National Geographic.
I don't want to be a National.
I don't want to be a National Geographic. I was already on Animal Planet. I was already on fucking Logo. We've been on NPR. I'm done. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm done with. I feel bad because she was so nice.
She was amazing.
She was an amazing person, but
we can try to hook her up with people that are
maybe,
theranthropy.
But all the people that I know are into it don't want to be on National Geographic either. I don't think there should be a documentary on National Geographic about I don't know.
I feel like she did an amazing job with us. I feel like she could do a pretty good job.
Oh, she could. I'm not undermining her.
Depends on what they're doing with it.
I'm just undermining the fact
is she just writing an article? Like a little bit of stuff for National Geographic?
That's true. That's true.
Or is it like a full on so I mean if it's something like small, like even like an audio clip, like I feel like there's different people we could definitely give to her, but if it's like a full on like we're gonna record you again and see your lives, and then it's like nope. Not happening.
No, not interested.
Doing another documentary with.
Do you know that Logo documentary we were in is still airing?
Really?
Yeah, every once in a while a little air.
I'm glad the only part of me
in the Netherlands it aired again recently because I know there were a bunch of people from the Netherlands who like started talking to me on Facebook and they were like, "Oh my god, we saw you on TV," and it was like great.
I'm glad the only part of me that was in that documentary was my ass.
Yeah.
And my face for 2 seconds.
My whole family, house, everything was in that. It was great. I'm not interested. I'm done with all that shit.
I just find it funny that all the parts that I did explaining furry and then all the fursuit stuff I did and all the planning I did and the fact that I fucking printed up a schedule for them for everyone in the area that had the kid, and I got nothing for it. Like, not even compensation for gas money or anything.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that bothered the hell out of me working with the documentary is like they didn't count me for anything.
Well, the other thing is like you would say to them like with the second time they were in our area filming, like you would say, "Oh, hey, Paradox is going to get out of work at 3," and they were like, "Oh, okay, well we'll be there at 3 then," and you're like, "No, he's getting out of work at 3." Meaning he has to like, drive home and like maybe he wants to go into the house and go to the bathroom and take a shower or get a bite to eat or, relax and check his email.
Watch.
You remember, you know what I mean? Like that was the thing. And like, I remember driving home from work and they were in my driveway and I was like, what the fuck? Like that was the big thing with me is it just took over life for like several days. It was a dedicated thing. I don't know. Going to the park was interesting. You know the main thing that bugs me about that documentary? You want to know what it is? And it's not what you're expecting. The biggest thing that bothers me about the logo documentary we were in, or rather the documentary that was produced by Zigzag, the biggest thing that bothers me about it is that I filmed the whole thing. I talked about it. We went through it. We filmed it. It was a big thing. Me and the polyamorous relationship between 2 or 3 other people that I was very close to at the time who no longer even talk to me. That bothers me to the utmost of extent because it is like literally there is an hour and a half
thing that bothers me
documentary on TV of me being with all these people who I don't even talk to anymore. It's like it just feels so weird.
I'd say the thing that bothered me the most was either like the thing that like just completely debacling furry, which like we explained how much like effort do we put into that, and then like they obviously didn't even like look at the footage when they edited it together. Like this is kind of overrated.
Yeah,
but I think the other small thing was the whole fascination with that fucking Shiro kid. Which
I didn't have a problem with that as much.
I had a complete problem with that. Because it had nothing to do with Therian that he wanted to change his legal name to fucking like Moon essentially.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't mind that. I didn't think that was I don't know.
No, I mind that too because of the fact that he tried contacting us to tell us not to be involved in it too.
He didn't contact me. He never contacted me. Yeah, what did he say to you?
I remember, it wasn't straightly to us, but he was going around telling people not to be involved in the documentary, and then he was the one that was involved in it. So that was the other thing that I didn't like. I found that to be really shady. I don't like shady people.
But yeah, so it just bothers me that like I was in a TV documentary talking about polyamorous relationships with people who are nowhere to be found. It's just sad.
I saw them this weekend.
Yeah, I know. You did. That's great.
And they enjoyed that con.
Oh, they were there? Oh, really? They were at a shitty con.
They loved it.
I don't know.
They really haven't been to any other convents, so I can't really...
Yeah, they don't go to cons if I go.
I mean...
Literally, if I go to a con, they won't go.
I don't think
that is the determining
factor. I think
factor.
they're beyond that right now, but
No, they're not. They're not. That's why they didn't go to MFF. That's the only reason they didn't go to MFF is because I was there. That is how bad that is. It's fucking ridiculous. Because it's not like I care. But...
I'm enjoying making different art things with these. I feel accomplished.
All right, guys. For everybody who's tuned in, thank you for listening to FurCast. Hugs to all of you. And thanks for supporting the show.
There's still 145 people listening to us banter about nothing.
So, shout out to you guys. Hugs. And I guess that's pretty much it. I'm going to turn the noise gates back on now.
I feel like the more you sponsored, the more you got of these tokens. Which then, it kind of defeats another purpose of the game, because if you spend more money...
Then you win.
You win.
All right, guys.
Turned down for what?
I think we're all out. I've been your host of this Union Paradox, the Wolf.
I have been your fabulous. Tired, slightly horrified, a bit scarred. Many other things. Pharaoh.
Good night, guys. Hook up with us on social networks, and hook up with us on social networks, and yeah, that's it. So, good night, guys.